Hey, my lovely. Welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the daily vibration. So, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. My name is Kamoy, and we are doing a daily vibration for today, June 11th, 2021. Vibrating on the number 4 today. So, it's all about doing, right? Being practical, being organized, and being able to use the energy to work for you and not against you, right? And it's also Friday, so we're still operate on self-love Friday, right? Now, what I can say today, just looking at the message, right? We had the new moon happening with the solar eclipse yesterday in Gemini. And Gemini rules your shoulders, your throat, your lungs, right? So we're talking about you being able maybe to even tap into some throat chakra work, right? When I pulled the message earlier, the message was being able to travel or move in a new direction, right? Being able to transform in your gifts and accept your gifts, accept who you are, being able to look at life from a different perspective. Or have a different perception of how things are unfolding in and around you. And then once you have that solid new foundation of where you are, then being able to stand your ground, right? So you have energy in the atmosphere where you get to cultivate things the way that you want to cultivate them by the way you think, and then infusing it with the way you feel. Okay, we talk about this all of the time. Literally, we talk about this all of the time. Within the past week, I've realized that I got a little angry this week. Right, so let's do a little story time here. I realized I got a little angry this week. And what I realized was the anger as I went in to unpack it, because I did someone booked a service, and because I pretty much know the person, that they know, I kind of didn't go with my normal routine. And let's just say that I feel like they misused my services. And it made me angry, it made me feel vulnerable, it made me feel used, it made me, just like, why and how do people even do things like this, right? But what I realized was it also had to go back to a self-worth thing. And then when I circled back, the anger was really not at that person, but the anger was more so at me. The anger was at me because I stepped out of my normal routine and how I would handle business, So I had to realize that you can be mad and you can be angry because this person operated in their essence or their truth of who they were in that moment. Or you could take responsibility and know that you went out of protocol for how you run your business, right? So I had an opportunity to sit in that anger, or I had an opportunity to allow that anger to work for me, gaining a lesson within that particular situation. So I don't have to keep walking around making the same choices, and then being angry when people don't operate with integrity, right? So that was a lesson that I had to come through this week. Another lesson that I had to come through this week is about slowing down, taking my time, being able to do self-love and self-care. Okay. And I'm also paying attention too. Like I went into to do some research on the nervous system. And when I went in to see exactly like what, the tarot card, the magician card just kept popping up in my mind, and the magician is Mercury's energy. So there we go again. We're still back in the whole Gemini energy, right? And the magician rules the nervous system. When you're doing any type of divination, when you're using the tarot deck, the magician card rules the nervous system. What I realized was my sensory system, I am super sensitive in this energy. Super, super, super sensitive. My hearing, my taste buds, things even look greener. Things look, brighter. So definitely I can say part of my activation and my transformation is my sensory system is even more sensitive, right? Now, and then sometimes what happens is as you're going through this shift, your body's going through all of these changes to house the new energy and the new changes that's going on in and around you, that it can act out and do different things, okay? Which means that you, the individual, will have to learn how to stay grounded and how to take care of yourself. So what I find myself going back to, within this past week is a lot of holistic, natural ways for me to remain out of stress, for me to acknowledge and be gratitude for what I have and what I've overcome and what I've accomplished, and just in particularly where I am, because I'm not where I used to be. I've outgrown a lot of things. It's time for me to embrace some things and you know, move in a I won't say I won't say in a different direction at this space of my life, but move in a essence of newness that's in this atmosphere, and allow my focus to create as I go, right? Allow things to unfold. So now let's get through the elements. It's Self-Love Friday, okay? I really want you to work on gratitude today. I know that we did that a couple of weeks ago where we honed in on being grateful. I think it's super important also for you to continue to be grateful in this energy. Not everybody's doing well in this energy. Some people are spinning. Some people are not able to deal with this shift that's happening. Some people mentally, emotionally, and physically are not doing really well. So you really want to embrace your wholeness, embrace your health, mental health, embrace your physical health, okay? Embrace your emotional health. Okay. All right. So you guys know the deal. We are going to do the elementals. All right. Keep it in mind, my loves, that energy is fluid. So you can tap into any one of these 12 archetypes, even if you're not a particular zodiac sign. Okay. We're going to start off with the air element because we do have the sun currently positioned in Gemini. So air element is going to be all about your thinking, your spiritual and your mental thinking. If you are not an air sign, you can tap into Gemini's energy by what you think versus what you don't think. You can tap into Libra's energy versus what you balance and what you don't balance, right? You can tap into Aquarius's energy, what you know versus what you don't know, all right? And the message today for the air energy is the traveler, right? Your message is a traveler, and it's just asking you to move in a new direction, right? Mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever you have to do. Today's the day where you may have to move in a new direction. If you've been trying to do something one way and it haven't been working out, it may be a time to change it up and try something differently, okay? So this is pertaining to your mental and your spiritual thinking. If you are not an air sign, moving in a new direction, okay? Now we're going to hop on over to the water energy. Water energy is going to be Cancer, Scorpio, as well as the wonderful Pisces. If you are not a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, you can apply this message to your emotions, okay, your feelings, right? Now, if you want to tap into Cancer's energy, you can tap into how you feel versus how you don't feel. You want to tap into Scorpio's energy, it's all about your desires and what you don't desire. That requires transformation. You can tap into Pisces energy about what you understand versus what you don't understand, okay? And your message today is shift your perception. You have the air guardian popping up, and it's asking you to change your perception, right? Everyone's belief system or everyone's experiences is based on how they perceive the world. So if you want to have different and new experiences, you may have to change your perception on how you see a thing, how you view a thing, okay? That's going to be important as you're moving throughout the day. Now, let's move on over to the wonderful fire energy, which is going to be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. If you're not an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, what you can do is apply this energy to your intuitive nature as well as taking action. This is movement that may be required, okay? So the Aries energy, you can tap into your I amness, okay? With the Leo's energy is all about your self-will and your ego. This is your willpower, okay? And for the Sagittarius' energy, this is about your perception. So you can use the energy of perception here with Sagittarius, okay? Now, your message today is shapeshifter. You're going to have to transform and really tap into your gifts. Unveil your gifts, right? Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Trust your instincts, okay? Try not to seek validation outside of yourself. You can gain confirmation from outside of yourself, but try not to seek validation outside of yourself or other people today, right? Try to get that validation that you need from within. Power up from within is your message, my wonderful fire signs, okay? Now, last but not least, we are doing the wonderful earth energy. Now, if you're an earth sign, that's going to be Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgos. If you are not an earth sign, this is going to be applied to your physical realm. Okay, the material realm is where you would apply this energy and this message, right? You can tap into Taurus energy using what you have versus what you don't have. You can tap into Capricorn's energy by how you utilize things and how you're not utilizing things. And you can tap into the wonderful Virgo's energy as to how you analyze things and what you're not analyzing, especially when it comes to your health and well-being. And the message for the earth energy is stand your ground. So once you've done everything, change your perception, tapped into your gifts, and you've even moved in a new direction, now you want to stand your ground, right? So the full message from all of the elements is saying move in a new direction. You may have to shift your perception and transform and unveil your gifts, really, and then once you've done that, you want to stand your ground. You don't have to explain yourself and your truth to anyone that doesn't honor it, that doesn't believe it. You don't have to do that. It is okay for you to be secure and sufficient within yourself. It is okay for you not to have to explain who you are, but just be, right? People can't say anything to you if you are confident within who you are. People can't break you down if you are confident in who you are. Okay, so self-love Friday. All right, give yourself some self-love. Do something kind for yourself. Remember, don't be afraid of the dark, because out of darkness comes enlightenment. Okay, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's daily vibration.